to start. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. Good work after the catch. They get 16 and a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. A play fake. Now, 2 with a throw. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. They can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes. It's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
Here's 2 and out on 2nd down. That is intercepted. It's the linebacker, Tremaine Edmonds. And the Bears are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he's fighting to get free. A lot of work there for a gain of 3.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's 2nd and 6.
What is it?
To throw is Williams. He pulls it in around the 5. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal.
And the Bears.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes in the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go. They make a big stop for no gain.
Another one from the 5. 2nd down and goal. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That is caught, and he's close to the goal line but didn't get in. Good job to make sure he doesn't cross the plane, and now it's 3rd and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and They got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
What is up?
Swift. And he will not get in. The defense stands their ground, pushes him back, and they force fourth down.
Fourth and goal.
On now, it's Cairo Santos for the field goal.
Santos for the
This,
Bears field
about
goal.
as short as you can get.
21-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is good. And the Bears will take a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start.
20-yard line.
They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. They're going to run, and it's an OK State, Ollie Gordon. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Second down and 8. Now it's Tua. Oh, a teardrop throw there off his back foot. It's complete. Great timing to call the screen. It's a gain of 17 and a first down.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
They'll motion the tight end right. On first and 10, here's Tua. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there. It's second down.
Just doesn't seem to me right now that he's seeing the field very well. I mean, that last possession results in the pick. You'd expect him to come back out here and be a little bit more careful with the ball, find easier completions, find the better matchup. And instead, he puts the ball back in harm's way, and he's lucky that wasn't another interception.
And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
16 yards.
They get 16 on that connection. First down, Miami.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They're right here.
Tua to throw again. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Hey, 21 to you. Number 1, high.
Again, it's Tua. Flush to his right. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Throwing on third down, Tungo Bailoa. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Bears have it.
You know, Mike, with the importance being placed on yards after the catch, we're seeing more and more guys really emphasize turning into a runner as soon as possible. And, of course, it's a critical part of today's modern offense. But the part you have to remember, the yards are never more important than protecting the ball, so it needs to continue to be stressed. Yes, we want the big explosive play after the catch, but never at the expense of the ball.
He's able to tiptoe around one tackler, but not the second. He's taken down right at the line of scrimmage.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy, but they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game, where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
Williams to throw on second down. That one into the hands of Moore downfield. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
That's good for the Bears. First down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. We're back to Soldier Field after this. Bears in possession here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with 1st and 10.
Ready, slip. Here we go. Pivot.
They'll run out of the gun. It is Swift. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
Now at the 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Second down, they need 7.
Ready, slip. Pivot.
They'll go again with Swift. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Ready, hold on.
Williams. He's got a man. That's DJ Moore. And they'll mark him out at the 8. But it is enough to set up 1st and goal.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
They've got it at the 8. 1st down and goal. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. Now it is 1st and goal. Here's Williams now to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Covering very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Here now, 2nd down and goal.
Ready, set.
Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. That one taken in. Luther Burden. Touchdown, Chicago. His 6th touchdown now for the season.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears are out to a 10-0 lead.
Dolphins, nothing. Santos to kick off for Chicago.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. They'll return this from the 11. Now a hit, and he lost the football. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen, like that one, the kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that. They turn the ball over, and now they find themselves back out there on defense.
Out of the shotgun, it's a give to Swift. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
On second down, it's Williams. Got his man at the 6. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. 24 yards. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage, and it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Harris is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
Santos, good on the extra point. As the Bears move further out in front, it is now 17-0.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This taken around the 11. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. In motion, Westbrook-Akine. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And he'll work this past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Montez Sweat, they're on the tackle.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he gets up past the 35.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll turn and hand this one off. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up 3rd down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to Soldier Field. Following this. Here's 3rd and 2.
Ready, John?
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
Well, what looked like an advantage for the offense, Mike, facing 2nd and short now, has turned into a win for the defense. Back-to-back stops for a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Ready, set.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Throwing on 2nd down, Williams to the left side into the hands of Moore. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout, you can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
Luther Burton, the intended target, and that will lead to a 2nd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
2nd and 10.
Ready, set.
A play fake. Now Williams. Down the field, it's DJ Moore. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here, and they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go until halftime. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10.
Ready, set, hard. Here we go.
To try to throw again, here's Williams. That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be 2nd down now.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Ready, set, up.
Williams to the air once more. Moving outside the pocket, and he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face third down and 10.
Here we go.
Throw it again. It's Williams. That is caught. And he'll take it on in. Luther Burden. Touchdown, Bear. And his second touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this game.
Makes the score Bears 24, Dolphins nothing. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. They'll return this from the 10. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. First down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
In motion, Westbrook-Akine. From the gun, here's Tua. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. Now Miami going to use the second of their timeouts. Clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in the second quarter. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long.
20, TX.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force fourth down. Here's their punter now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up.
At the Dolphins' 48-yard line.
Ready to hold on.
Here's a handoff, and Swift running right. And he'll be out of bounds. That's a nice gain, though, on first down. A pickup of 7.
At the 41-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Ready to.
Another run here. Another run by Swift. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
And he's going to go backwards again. The defense coming up big, forcing fourth down. very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. That's a short one, caught by Lovely. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
He had 2 touchdowns earlier. Looking to see what he can do here in the second half. That grab gets them a first down.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
What is that?
Swift gets it from the pistol. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
We don't give these big guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take it back down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That's into the hands of Moore. And he'll be taken down. A big-time play for the Bears. A gain of 48.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
So the big play gets them down close. And now it's 1st and goal. They'll run with Swift. Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these zero...
Good blocking, and he's in. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Chicago. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
That's the score. Bears 31. Dolphins nothing. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
They're right here.
On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. He's taken down just shy of midfield. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
And the Dolphins first and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Once again, it's Achan. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
This is pretty impressive from the big guy in the middle, Mike. I mean, typically we see these guys make most of their plays on the interior of the defense. They're big bodies, they're run stuffers. But look at the athleticism here as he's able to get outside the numbers and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
3rd and 11. A shotgun snap for Tua. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
And another wasted drive here, Mike, and they start to add up. And coming out of halftime, you would think that they would make some adjustments to try to get some points on the scoreboard, but so far, looks like much of the same.
Punt team comes out. Dolphins going to kick it away. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll start on the ground with Swift. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Here's a handoff to Swift. And a nice game there. He's out of bounds, and that will bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Now Williams. He gets this complete to Burden. And they will finally run him down. A big-time play for the Bears. 37 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
1st and 10 now from the 36. On the ground, it's Swift. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. We'll try the right side now with Harris. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Third and long.
Ready to run!
Throwing is Williams. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Only need a yard, and it's 4th down.
Ready to run!
They'll go. It's Swift, and he's not going anywhere. Stuck behind the line. They have turned it over on down.
Well, that play had no chance from the start. The running back was not even able to make it back to the original line of scrimmage. Give credit to that defensive line. That was an incredible effort, forcing that 4th down stop.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
Brings up second down.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. Moving to his left. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
And even though you're facing a big deficit, I still think this is the right decision. At some point, you do have to start forcing the ball to make something happen, but you can't be reckless. So I think this would have been more on the reckless side, and certainly a good decision. Maintain possession of the ball.
And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Here's 1st and 10. They bring a tight end in motion left. They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. He's going to look for the home run ball. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
This secondary, I mean, they just continue to impress me this entire game. Like, I mean, it just feels like every ball is contested. Even the ones that are complete, those windows are tight. In this case, a really nice job knocking the ball away, and I just can't say enough about how hard these guys compete on every play.
And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Dolphins 1st down. Tua to throw again. That went out wide to Achane. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another 1st down.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
Again, it's Tua. Looking underneath for Achane. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and a yard. In motion, Westbrook-Akine. To the air again, Tagovailoa. That'll be caught. It's Jalen Wright. He'll get about 5 here as he's out of bounds for the first down.
What really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Throwing again, it's Tua. Pushed out to his left. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
This has been some kind of march downfield now. Can they pay it off with 6? It's first and goal to the 5-yard line.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Another one from the 5, second down and goal.
Ready, shot. Wait. Out.
Now Tua. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown Miami. That his second TD catch of the season.
At this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
Now, here's the Dolphins and Tua going for 2.
The Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
He's going to try to do it himself, and he's not going to get in. The decision to go for 2 doesn't pay off, unable to cut any further into the deficit. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. To return, here's Daquan Hardy. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
This drive will begin with a run by Swift. Not much there, maybe a yard.
He's brought down at the 31. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and
8. Look him up on a second down and 8. On the bootleg, it's Williams. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. Tyrell Dodson getting in there to bring him down. His first sack of the season.
Pretty evident that the defense is just giving no time of day to any run actions. They are playing pass all the way, and he can continue to give as many play-action fakes as he wants. It hasn't affected anybody, and in this case, it results in a sack.
He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down. Here comes fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere.
34-yard line.
Ready, go on there, go. All right, go. Ready.
A play fake. Now, two of the throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds here, and it's only a gain of a yard. It is 2nd and 9. Here's Tagovailoa. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end, and he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts, and they stop it with 22 ticks left on the clock here in the fourth. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now it's Tua. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. In motion, it's Waddle. On play action, it's overcome in a flash, and he lost the football. But I think the Dolphins are going to be able to hold on. And indeed, they will keep possession. And we'll get whistles and a timeout, so they will stop the clock. Closing seconds, game decided, but timeout anyway. 3rd and long. Here's Tua. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down, or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Track him down, that ball is out. So this one in the win column for the Bears. They're able to erase the memories from a week ago. Game they really did struggle in. It looked like a different group here as they respond with a solid victory.